Who's that girl? Na 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 na. She's a seer. Na 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 na. Hi, soul seekers. Welcome or welcome back to my divine feminine and divine masculine. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. It never goes unnoticed. So we're going to jump right into this reading. My name is Desire, by the way. We're going to jump right into this reading to see what the messages are from the divine at this time. Show me clearly, please, and thank you, Father. You guys don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Alright, let's see. What's the overall energy here? Four of Pentacles, the overall energy. Okay, let's pull a message around that. I'm being asked to pull a message. What I'm getting intuitively and what I'm seeing with this Four of Pentacles is something's being brought to like a screeching halt. There's some type of a dead bolt, like a, how do I want to say it? Like something's being permanently blocked and removed out of your frequency, or possibly the frequency of someone that's connected to you. It's like a deadbolt. Something cannot go any further. Something will not progress. Something will not grow, bloom, or blossom in this energy. It's a form of protection is what I'm getting. Let's see. What's at the bottom? Bonnie and Clyde vibes. If you rockin', I'm rolling. So this could be you stepping, showing up for your person, your masculine or feminine in spirit. Bonnie and Clyde vibes. If you're rocking, I'm rolling. You showing up on your person's behalf here. Yeah. Self-healing and shadow work. I never knew what this was. I'm learning so much about myself by loving my inner, most deepest pain. Please be kind and understanding with me. So this Bonnie and Clyde vibes, you're either the Bonnie or the Clyde. Flip and switch it. But you have been able to successfully create some type of a spiritual or energetic barrier for your person. And because of that, I'm hearing because of your selflessness, your devotion to the greater good of all, you have decided to do something. You've decided to like put your reputation on the line spiritually or energetically. You're deciding to vouch for this man or woman here because you know that this person just needs a level of loyalty and understanding, a level of commitment that they've never received. And I'm getting like you have a strong sense that this loyalty and commitment will be reciprocated back to you from this man or woman once they finish their self-healing journey. Okay, so let's see anything else here. Yeah, toxic ties, but it came up in a reverse, you guys. So this is a man or woman who at one point they were not willing or ready to change. They felt as though their distorted, toxic version of themselves was better for their lifestyle. They were not trying to change for you or anyone else in the past, but it clearly came up in a reverse because this has changed, okay? This person no longer wants to be the toxic version of themselves. Further confirmation, divine earth energy, stability, fortune, promises being fulfilled, receiving the necessary facts in life in order to change, having proof as to why it's time for something to change, or having proof as to making the right decision. Like I'm making the right decision and here's the proof that I'm doing the right thing here. Okay, so let's continue. Your person is now understanding through their self-healing and shadow work how worthy they have always been and how they actually can receive and they actually deserve what their heart desires. But they have to heal. They have to discover the higher version of themselves, or they're actively healing and actively discovering the higher version of themselves that is in complete agreement. Yes, you deserve everything, beautiful. You deserve more than you could imagine, but you first have to become that version of yourself to receive that worth. Okay, so this person, they're undergoing a massive transformation here, and it's all because of some type of a restriction, a blockage, a barrier that you have been successfully able to place. Okay, I'm hearing that song again. Love of my life, you are my friend. Okay, Bonnie and Clyde vibes. You rocking, I'm rolling. I'm hearing there's no limit to our love. Yeah, the Knight of Wands and the Death card. This is a person who's undergoing a massive ego death, a massive transformation, ridding themselves of their old, distorted, toxic, immature ways. The old me is dead and gone. They've been traveling on this karmic road for too long, and they're finding their way back home. And their pathway is like some type of a portal, some type of a gateway, a crossroad has been opened for your person to travel. They did not have access to this portal. They didn't have access to this timeline or pathway. This access is being granted through you, through your spiritual ranking and authority. But in order for this pathway to be open, in order for this person to access it, one door has to close. It's kind of like that, I don't know if it's like the revolving door analogy, but you know, in order to, in some place, like for security purposes, you like think of an ATM, especially like after hours, they have that double door system. You can't open the door to the ATM until the outside door is completely closed, and you can't come out of the ATM area. It's like one of those, that's the analogy I'm getting, like a double door system. You open one door, but that door has to be closed behind you in order for you to open that next door that's in front of you. I'm getting that, and it's like for security purposes, so no one can walk in on you, behind you, and something like that. No one can trespass against you. It's that same energy. This person has to completely close this previous door in order to even open this next door that's right in front of them. And this door, this passage, this security is being represented through this Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this person is actively closing a door that is no longer for them in order to open this door, this pathway that is for them. And they know that in order to open the door, this other one has to be completely closed. Two of Cups here, and then Temperance. Yeah, so this person is undergoing necessary transformation, a lot of healing, a lot of shadow work, a lot of self-discovery in the name of love. I'm hearing his son step in the name of love, move in the name of love. Okay. Tell me more about their ego death, please. Okay, Three of Cups. This is you, this person, and your divine. You, this person, and Holy Spirit. This person only wants to be connected to energy that represents you. Okay, I'm trying to think of a clear way to explain this. This person only wants to be connected to the highest version of themselves, and anyone or anything that doesn't represent that, they're making decisions. They're making decisions to remove certain people from their life because it doesn't represent who they are, what they truly want to become. I'm hearing you are the leading inspiration in this person's life here. You have the Tower and then the Four of Swords. Yeah, and they're making these sudden decisions. They're allowing Divine Holy Spirit to intervene, to act on their behalf, to like close out cycles, to remove people. Okay, I'm hearing, it's crazy how I say the same prayer to the Lord, and I'm always surprised about who he takes. That's a verse from a song. So this person, they are now definitely connecting to their divine, and they're allowing their divine to show them who it is and what needs to be done. And of course, they're surprised by it. They're taken back by it. They could be triggered or pained by it, but at the same time, they're accepting it for what it is. Like I prayed to God, to ask God to reveal to me anyone or anything that is a hindrance in my life, to show it to me so I can make the clear-minded choice to remove them. And this is what's happening here. If this person, for some of you, they were invested in a karmic romantic connection, they're no longer invested in that connection anymore. Something has dwindled away, something has died, something is not the same, and it's because you pulled your energy back. This man or woman thought that they would be able to go out here in Karmicville and have their way, and then come back into divinity and be blessed and purified and feeling anointed and like a chosen one. This is a person who knows that they're meant to be chosen, but they were still living a double life. They were living a lie. They were still very much living their life like straddled on a fence. Like, I know I'm supposed to be this, but every part of my lower nature is still connected to this. So I'm going to go out here in Karmicville and be a karmic man or woman, but I know that I have access to divinity through my divine masculine, divine feminine. And at some point, you, divine masculine, divine feminine, have to put up a barrier, a restriction, a blockage. Like, no, actually, you cannot straddle the fence. Actually, you cannot have the best of both worlds. You actually have to make a decision. I'm actually placing an ultimatum over this connection. Yeah, and whatever you did, however you shut it down, it's definitely been the main factor of this person's transformation. They cannot deny or unsee or unfeel certain things, certain energies and vibes from people around them that do not serve them. Their discernment is high as it's ever been. It may even be a little scary. This person may be starting to tap into some clear, whether it's their ability to hear, feel, sense, taste, smell, touch. It's something that is new. Well, it's new to them, but it's been laying dormant within them this whole time. This is an activation. This person also, their higher self is like drawing them closer and closer to their divine. Like, this is a man or woman, when it's all said and done, they're going to sit very close to the divine, to their Most High. This person regrets matching some type of a low vibrational karmic energy when it pertains to the connection. They brought some type of unnecessary baggage and trauma into this union where it had no place. They're very regretful about that. It's like they tried to force you to be something or someone that you were not, so they could feel more comfortable with their own insecurities about the connection. Like, see, I told you, I knew you was like this, I knew you was going to do this and that and that. But as it turns out, it's like, to a degree, this person was kind of hoping that you would disappoint them. They were hoping that you would fail them in some degree, so they would be comfortable and feel okay and validated with their inability to change. Something has been made loud and clear and shown to this person what it is and what it will not be. This person is currently, they've been trying to suppress some type of a feeling or emotions. They've been trying to stop some type of a purging from coming to the surface. But now it's like this act, this facade, like they're okay and everything's okay. They couldn't care less and it's your loss instead of theirs. That has come to an ending. And it's like this person can no longer fake and pretend like they're okay, when actuality they're falling apart inside because they've lost you. But this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, they brought this reality check onto themselves. And for many of you, they needed it. This was the only way that they were going to be triggered into healing their distorted, toxic energy. This person is used to individuals that's just like here for a good time, not a long time. All they do is play games. They can have multiple children by multiple people as a result of that. Just falling for the wrong person at the wrong time. And then seeing it for what it is after you can't take something back. After something can't be undone. This person is definitely ready to come in. They want to come in sooner than later because they're very excited about their progression. They want to share like their progression with you and the changes that they have been making. But you guys individually, you have to gauge this man or woman individually outside of this reading. How much progress have they done? How much changes have they really undergone? And it's very important that you do not allow that you do not allow this man or woman to come back into your life fully prematurely. Okay, because they will be very inspired and happy, like they're proud of themselves. Yeah, in a sense, they're proud of themselves and they want you to be proud of them too. But it's important that you keep some type of a boundary in place, because when they do come towards you to show you, they want validation, they want acceptance. It's kind of like, see, I've been out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Can you at least, like, can you start to forgive me? Can you start to believe in the connection again? I'm really changing. Like, I've really been doing this. This is why this person's coming in predominantly to kind of like win you over before they're finished with their healing journey, because they now know the more they heal, it's becoming evident to them, you are the prize. So this person is sitting with different realities. Like, I can't believe I put them through that. I can't believe it took all of this for me to come home to myself, for me to see the truth within myself in the situation. I hope that divine masculine, divine feminine will still have me. I hope that they still have love in their heart for me, that they still want me. I hope that they're able to see me for who I really am and not who I was pretending to be out of unhealedness, out of unawareness, okay? The Hierophant and the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is a person who has accepted their call, or they're actively in that process of accepting that they were called to a higher purpose. They are definitely someone who's meant to be set aside. They're definitely someone that the divine has chosen or has called upon to be a chosen one. But their actions, their patterns, or their responses, and their decision making relies on them being chosen or just being someone that was called. And this person knows that you are chosen. They know that you've done what was necessary to not only be called, but to be chosen, to stand in the light. And this person knows that you're not going anywhere. You're not wavering your position in the light. You're not compromising your connection with your divine for anyone. They know that. I'm hearing tried and tested. So whatever karmic tactics that they were performing to try to trigger you to your lower nature, they realize that that's not going to get them anywhere besides stuck. Yeah, now this person is very empowered about their path of self-discovery and self-power and healing. And they want to return to you and give you this version of themselves, because they feel like if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have never been inspired. This version of themselves would have never been made clear to them that they're actually meant to be a much more high vibrational man or woman, that they're actually meant to do certain things. They're important. They're important. They have a mission here. They have a purpose here, and they know that through you. This person, the two of you could be sitting in this energy together. If this is my divine counterpart, then we obviously have like a similar calling over our lives. It's obviously we have certain requirements that we have to fulfill, and this person is realizing it. Like, there's no way that this is my man or my woman and we're supposed to be in complete opposition. This is a person who's taking control and accountability of how they have come into this connection. And when they come back into your life, they're going to want to build with you from a healthy space, a space of self-power, discovering, a space of self-love and knowing that everything's going to be okay. This person realizes where they played the enemy to themselves in this connection, and how they allow other people to negatively influence the connection, to get into this person's head, causing them to make certain decisions, manipulating the energy between the two of you, going back out here into Karmicville, feeding that energy that you have given them to other people, just living on a karmic high horse. This person now regrets everything that they could have done or put you through. Yeah. This person wants to be able, they want to be the one that restores your heart. They don't want to be just a memory. They don't want to be just a person who you used to know. This is someone who wants to be in your life. I'm hearing forevermore. What's that song? It says something like, even on your worst day or something, you are love. Okay. Yeah. Damn. Period. Clarifying this deadbolt, this blockage, this security measure that you have taken spiritually, energetically for your person is blocking out this demonic oppressive energy. The devil. Four of Pentacles to the devil. There's some type of a clear restriction and boundary. And now it's serving as security clearance, spiritual clearance, spiritual protection, spiritual security. So after you do whatever it is that you do that enforces this boundary, it's going to do exactly what you asked it to do, to protect your person from their lower self and from lower nature people and circumstances. And you get that. Yes, the energy vampire. Restricting them from anything that does not serve them spiritually, energetically, because it's yours. You have the authority, you have the power, you have the spiritual ranking to speak this out. And you're doing this for your person out of love. And this is you with this Three of Wands and Page of Cups, just knowing without a shadow of a doubt that this person is going to make you proud, that they're actually going to be someone that you're proud to call your own. You know, like on an internal level, that this person's coming back in a version that you've never seen them in, but you love it though. Yeah, Ace of Wands here in the Moon card. This person's very sexually frustrated with you right now. You may not be giving it to them for understandable reasons, exchanging your sacred energy when they're out here in karmic field. That's definitely weighing heavy on them. If there has been some type of a sexual restriction between the two of you, that's making them, I'm hearing, straighten up and fly right even more, because they yearn for your body, for your touch. I'm hearing for your yoni, but flip and switch it. If this is a masculine energy, which it is for most of you, they know how divine your cup is. They want to drink from your cup. They want to taste your juices. They've been fantasizing about this. When the last time they were able to, when the last time they had access into heaven. Yeah, introvert. The two of you are currently not on the same page, but that's going to change, because this person will persevere through the necessary healing and challenges and obstacles. They will. They're letting you know that they made a mistake. They're sorry. They regret for trying to force you into a compromising situation where you question your self-worth, your value, basically trying to force you to revert back to a lower version of yourself. This person feels as though like there was an outside factor, like something influenced their ability to just like betray you or walk out on you or abandon you. This person knows whatever they did to you was wrong, but they're also starting to acknowledge that there were outside forces contributing to their poor choices, their bad behavior. Now this person is making a promise to their higher self to find out who they are, what's their place in this world, what they're meant to be doing, who their Most High is, who their God is. This person is on that path of discovery. Okay? Yeah, sweetheart, and then savings. You saved your person. You're saving your person from a nasty downfall. You're saving your person from being in this very distorted ego, possibly living their life out in this distorted ego, like a man who, I'm just seeing a man who never has had like a good woman because he doesn't know how to hold on to it. This person does not want to be that. I'm here. I don't want to be old and gray and still alone, always reminiscing about the one that I know I let got away. I'm here and I'm not letting you go anywhere. This person's done compromising their health, mind, body, spirit. They're done. They're done allowing anyone else to come in to taint them. They want to live a life of relaxation and peace and tranquility with you, but they know in order to do that, they have to follow guidance. There are certain steps that has to be taken. It's definitely not an overnight process. This person has to stay dedicated to themselves in order to have something with you again. I'm hearing that song by Jasmine, I think Sullivan, I Want You Bad as a Heartbeat. I want you bad as a heartbeat. That's all I'm channeling. I don't know the song in its entirety, but I'm hearing it. This person wants you bad as a heartbeat. Okay? Watch their moves. You have hidden enemies around you. Yes, this person knows that, but they also know they themselves were their biggest hidden enemy. Them denying their self, denying their calling, because this is a man or woman who always knew that they were set aside to a degree. They knew that they had a special calling or placement over their life, but they just didn't care enough. They was not motivated or healed enough or clear enough to know what to do with that truth. I went back and I had to learn a lesson the hard way. Yeah, they went back to sticking to something that was comfortable, something that was karmic, and now they're learning a lesson harder than what it had to be. This person has been shot by Cupid's arrow and they're undergoing growing pains, transformation, necessary. This person definitely still wants you. They know that they have people around them that is envious of their life, envious of what this connection is going to be, how it's going to pan out. For many of you, you know that you're destined to live a certain lifestyle, to be living in a frequency of certain success and prosperity. You're unhexable. You can feel any energy coming towards you trying to threaten and jeopardize your life. Now your person is becoming that energy as well. I'm hearing twin. They're going to be able to feel and discern attacks from afar, just like you. I'm hearing we're counterparts for a reason. You embody big Empress energy. You walk it how you talk it. There's no gray area in between you. There's no room for interpretation. You are a true, authentic, divine masculine, divine feminine. Your person wants to be chosen, so they first have to go through their humbling season. They're acknowledging that the Most High will not let this person forget you. Spirit won't let me forget you. Are we meant to be together? Yes. This is not rehearsal. this is a high value connection. Okay, this person's definitely out of their comfort zone because they're going through major life transformations. Okay, so this is your reading, you guys. May it be helpful for you. I'm sending you all mana, love, and light. And until next time, namaste.